Okay, hello people. Training mission practice session on P-40. I'm planning to do some no technochat takeoff circuit and landing practice. I use a lot of stabilized flying attitude settings, and I need precise training mission elevator trim managing, and without technochat I will use trim tabs, scales in cockpit. So I need practice for that, and let's join Still Skies best training server of all times, SLT Still Skies Metal War. Stream will be extremely boring. By the way, that server German name is extremely boring training server. I didn't know that. I was doing my most boring YouTube stream training sessions on this server, and only some time later I have find out that super langweiliger training server means boring. Okay, we're in, and Bewley Airfield, P-40. Some reason I need to change paint scheme all the time. I like United States Army Air Force olive drab painting, and let's start. First I will practice with trim tab settings. Okay. Track IR settings. Check. Track IR check. It should be okay. No, not okay. More or less okay. What about the joystick? It's working. Yeah. It's normal. Something's wrong with YouTube stream. Should be okay. No, it's all fine on YouTube. What about? Yeah, it's all fine. I will not be able to see any comments, and that's my snap view. Let's start the engine. RPM forward. Okay, no Technochat should be used. Forward, and my cowl shutters should be closed, half closed, or something like that. That's more than half closed. Let's check out with Technochat. Yeah, exactly half closed. That was very precise. And engine start. So, trims are neutral, and I know 5.5 or something like that, 5.6 will be my 70%. I will not check that out. This is a elevator trim. This is a rudder trim. No aileron trim here. Aileron trim is over there and works only without when engine's on, and not when battery is on. I will not be able to see how much I deflect my trim. So first, my landing it's not it's almost 145, I would say. I need to fix my my notes. My note was incorrect. Where's my pen? Here you are. My note was incorrect. It should be. I had 0.25, 0.25. It's 0.45 actually. So 70 is 5.6, 5.7, and 65, which I will not use, is 0.1, 17.1, no, yes, 17.1, quite a weird weird scale, but 60 is 15.8, actually 16. Yeah, 16.9, I guess. 16.9, then 55 should be, yeah, 14.5. 50, 13.2 or 0.3. And 45 is 12, and 40 is 10 and 10.8, 10.7, 10.7. That's too much. That's good. Okay, let's try to remember that. 12, it's 45. 13.3 is 50. 14.5 is 55. 15.9 is 60, oh, 0.9. 17.1 is 65, and 5.6 is 70, and 0.45 is 90. Okay, 5.6, 17.1, 15.9, 14.5, 13.2, 12.0, 10.7. Beautiful. 35, 9.2, 8.130, 6.9 should be 25. 25, that's Technochat percentage. Technochat is very convenient for such practice. Okay, something's wrong with my YouTube stream. I'm sorry for the delay. Okay. Okay. 5.3 should be 20, yeah. 4.2, 15. 3.0, 10, and 1.5 is 5. Okay, I don't need to memorize this. I will not climb and descend this mission. It's very rare on P-40. But I think I've memorized. Okay, it's plus 5%, it's 12, plus another 5%, it's 13.3, then 14.5, then 15.9, then 17.1, and then 5.6, 0.6. Okay, and then 0.45. That's fine. How about rudder? Rudder settings. The less rudder trim I use is while climbing, that's 5.4, 5.1 actually. I don't want to use it even when I need 59%. That's while 59-60%. That's why while strafing I set 9. Okay, 9. Then when I need straight and level flight on low altitude, I need 7 over here, more or less, and 100% will be 5. Okay, let's repeat that. 5 point something, 7 for strafing. No, not for strafing. 9 for strafing. Nine, not that 9, this 9. This 9. This is for low, straight and level flight. And now I set it on. I swear this type of trim tabs are moving with clicks, and that pilot guy, he could see, could feel how much he changes trim without watching that scale. Okay, let's try it. It will be very boring taxiing, then takeoff, circuit and landing. I hope I will be able to do many attempts. I will practice my landing and do that without using any trims. By the way, let's practice elevator trim. We can do that. I will not be able to set it correct. Maybe I should stop. Maybe not. I will not be able to set it correct. You've got no any scale. It's gonna be pain and suffering, but anyway, chucks off, parking brakes off. Throttle forward up to 1500 RPM and backwards down to 1000 RPM, or she will accelerate. I don't need that. And let me set up the snap view, or the view once again. Let me set up P-40s. That view is insufferable, too far from the instrument panel. How did I do that? Pilot head control. Save current correction to head snap position. Move closer. And press end. Okay, that's, I would say it's much better. No, not. Just a moment, just a moment. Yeah. That should be better. No, a little bit to the left. Yeah. Okay. Now it's fine, I think. And throttle forward. And backwards once again. About 1020 RPM I need for normal taxiing speed. I can't set up the right power. Okay, 1025 RPM is set. And that will give me normal taxiing speed without... I would say that taxiing speed is quite too fast, but I will try and do turning more harder turns, and that will help me to bleed some taxiing speed. But anyway, that's too fast, that's too fast, too fast, too fast, too fast, too fast. That's too fast. My joystick has changed position without my interfering. Okay, I think it's 10,025 RPM, which is absolutely fine. Not too fast, not too slow. I can feel it. That was a circling attempt. My bad, my bad, my bad. Absolutely my fault. That's why you should practice. Now she needs to accelerate. I hate such asphalt and concrete tarmac surface, because it's very hard to pick up, the right throttle lever position to get yourself good taxiing speed, not too fast, not too close. And I don't want to use brakes. I do S-turning without using brakes, only with my rudder. Without pushing brakes. I don't know how this game works. Maybe small amount of braking is used, I don't know. Full right rudder to stop circle and attempt to the left, full left rudder to stop, circle and right, to stop turning right, full right rudder, medium right rudder, medium left rudder, right rudder, turning right, be careful, do not get loop, ground loop, doing ground loop. That was circle and attempt, I was indiscreet, too much, oh okay, too much left rudder, and immediately she slows down, which is absolutely ugly game's taxiing physics feature. Just like you've got absolutely concrete tires without any contact patch. This is not good. And this is my readiness spot. Apply brakes. I should have 060 heading in this spot. And once again I will repeat. Okay, I think I remember that. (17.1), 15.9, okay. The right timing is in 5 minutes. The right timing for start rolling into my initial takeoff position or start position. I do that without using brakes, which is very good. I'm not able to do that with only differential power on 820. And my takeoff heading 150 plus minus 5 degrees. In 0 seconds I will advance throttle up to 39 inches in 5 seconds. Slowly, gradually in 5 seconds, and one small correction. Okay, it's fine. No technochat. I will handle RPM with this inconvenient RPM gauge. Quite inconvenient. I think I will be okay. When it's 130 miles per hour indicated, I do take off. Wheels up, RPM down to 72% immediately, and throttle backwards up to 26, 25, 26, 27. RPM up a little bit up. Too much vertical speed, and climb up to 800 feet, and then to transition into straight and level. Let's start. 7.1. No, 15.9. RPM down to 2200 RPM. $14.5, 13.2, 12, okay, it's okay. I should retard the throttle very soon. Ay. I've pushed the wrong button. Misclick. Absolutely failed. Absolutely failed to do that. Absolutely failed. Absolutely failed. Okay. Auto lean mixture settings. I failed to set up correct trims, but that's okay. That was the first attempt. More attempts, more efficient performance coming up. Let me stabilize my P-40. She wants a little bit more aileron trim to the right wing. I guess no. And she wants more airspeed. I give her a little bit more airspeed. Let's make it 20.5 inches and less. I should close my cowl shutters quite significantly. Yeah, she wants aileron to the right. And what about my RPM? RPM should be like somewhere here. Yeah? Yeah, exactly. My joystick once again moved the throttle lever without me doing anything. I should watch it. .5 inches manifold pressure should be okay. That's more or less stabilized level flight. And let's try once again. This is Niton, my well-known my notorious Newton. And let's get back to climbing attitude. Okay. Up to 12, elevator trim up to 12, RPM up to 75, once again, up to 13.2, she's pitching her nose up, 14.5, 15.9, 17.1, and 5.6, and that's it. Throttle forward, just power. She is not stabilized because I did it too slow. Yep. Incorrect rudder trim settings. Incorrect power. Manifold pressure was incorrect either. Elevator aileron trim was incorrect. But I don't really care about stabilized attitude flying. That stupid game has changed my view. That stupid fucking game. Okay, let's do transition back to straight and level flight. .9, 15.9 RPM down to 14.5. Wait until she starts pitching her nose. 13.2, 12.0, and 10.7. That was too early. Retard throttle. It wasn't any good, but nevertheless some practice. Turning left, 180 turn to the left on new heading 330. Retard the throttle. Do it harder if you was too late on retarding the throttle. Okay, she's stabilized, and I should change my snap view. Okay, let's try it. This should be my snap view. Yeah, this should be my snap view, not that. Okay, the next step of this practice session will be transition into stabilized wheels down, flaps down, descending, final approach descending. And I remember that quite well, so let's start. Wheels down, throttle back and backwards and forwards a little bit, RPM up to maximum, elevator trim up to 0.45. Don't let her climb, and wait till she's wait until she lowers her nose. Something's wrong. And now flaps down, nose down. My power was too much. Power was too much. That was my mistake. 34 left rudder, 3-4 left rudder, yeah, it's okay, but I need how can I judge my aileron? I really do not understand. And this is gonna be extremely challenging. RPM down to 72%. Elevator trim down to 5.6. 5.6. Okay, she's stabilized. She's stabilized. Okay, let's climb once again. Or maybe I should do transition into stabilized flying, stabilized low, straight and level flying, and this is quite challenging for me. 15.9 inches RPM down to 2%, 14.5, 13.2, 12.0, and 10.7. That was too early. It was too early. Retard the throttle. This time it's much better. It's much better this time. Okay. And now let's do transition into stabilized climbing attitude. Okay. Up to 12, RPM up to 72%. Plus 13.2, 14.5, 15.9, 17.1, 5, 6, and throttle forward. More or less stabilized. Transition from straight and level to climbing, stabilized attitude, is also better this time. And let's do transition once again down to stabilized straight and level climbing attitude, minus 10%, that's 5.9, RPM down to 43, total level to 7, rather 7, 14.5, 13.2. I was too late. 12. I was too soon. That was too soon. And 10.7. And retard the throttle. not so good. What about my RPM? RPM is absolutely not good, but she more or less stabilized. And next I will do transition down to stabilized wheels down, flaps down, descending. Okay, wheels down, throttle backwards and forwards a little bit. Pull up, RPM full forward, 0.5. Do not let her lose altitude. Maintain zero vertical speed. Maintain zero vertical speed. And when it's less than 130 miles per hour indicated, extract flaps and lower her nose and add some power. I was too late on doing that. She's stabilized. She's stabilized. I do not use Technochat now. I use those trim tab scales to set up my standard trims. I need those trims, even though I fly alone and only alone. I need those trim settings for better group flying, so those who fly in group, they could use it. And I know I will not ever fly in decent group because community is too small. My way of flying will not suit to almost 100% players, but anyway, I like my technique, my way of playing this game. This should be Toton. And let's do transition into climbing. First wheels up, 30 inches, pull up, 50%, half flaps up, RPM down, flaps down, throttle retard, throttle 30 inches still, retard the throttle, pull up the nose. No, that was too early, and I forgot to switch my trim settings. More or less okay this time, but I'm not climbing. More or less okay, but I'm not climbing. At least something. I will get there. I will get there. I like it actually. I will get there. When you know your airplane, you will be able to change the handling, but this no Technochat issue is absolutely unrealistic, because you don't need to lose sight of this, of your nose going up and going down, of your vertical speed, of everything. You don't need to. Those trim tabs, while they were moving, pilot could feel it, could feel those clicks, and even without clicks, pilot could feel how much he moves that trim control tab. This is absolutely unrealistic when you've got no signature trim messages. Absolutely unrealistic, but poor devils who struggle to find motivation to play this game, they do everything for that something extra they lack. Okay, let's do transition into straight and level. Minus 10%. RPM down to 43. She's lowered her nose. Let's change rudder trim and let's make it for 14.5. Okay, much better this time. 13.2. Much better this time. 12.0. Much better this time. Much better this time. And 10.7. Much better this time. That was too fast. I should wait till she starts pitching her nose up. I should wait for that. And retard the throttle. I didn't wait, but anyway, this time, even in this first practice session, it was better. Turn left. Advance the throttle. Some additional okay, I really do not understand what should I do with that aileron trim, because I will not be able to see which is my rudder and aileron you should feel without any scale, without any indicator. This scale with indicators gives you an idea how much you move your trim. But I will get there eventually. I will practice, do landing, and that's it for me today. Maybe. Quite a good practice, I must say. Uh, 150 is my new heading. My airfield should be alright on my 12, but who knows how many heading mistakes I've done through that flight route. Leveling up, retard the throttle, and let's try stabilize her and do transition into climbing once again. Okay, transition into climbing. Everything should be well trained, so you do it automatically without even thinking of that. Okay, transition to climbing. Plus 5%. 12. RPM up to, I didn't even notice my RPM. 72. Plus 5% more. Plus 5% more. Plus 5% more. And plus 5% more. throttle forward. I did 10%. My bad, my mistake, but that's okay. She's stabilized this time. This transition is also quite good. My flight profile would be quite smooth without any waves. Quite right flying. Quite good flight profile. Where's my airfield? My airfield should be right on my 12 o'clock. Should be on my 12 o'clock. I just not able to see it. Alignment and airfield right on my 12 o'clock. That's precision. That's precision. I like it. And let's do transition back to stabilized straight and level attitude. Minus 10%. Down to 15.9. RPM I'm down to 43%. Rather 7. Minus 5% more. Weight. Aileron 1% to the right wing. Weight. Minus 5% more. I was too late. I should be faster. Minus 5% more. That's quite good. And minus 5% more. Wait a little bit more. Change your RPM settings, and that was too soon. And retard the throttle. That was too soon. Retard the throttle. She's not stabilized. That's my airfield, that's precision. That's my parking place. That's how 3000 feet looks like from the ground. Need a little bit more airspeed, and let's do transition into wheels down, flaps down, stabilize descending, wheels down, throttle backwards and forwards a little bit, pull up, RPM full forward, she's slowing down, pull up, do not let her lose altitude, let her lose airspeed, and when it's less than 130 miles per hour, lower the flaps, lower her nose, don't let her slow down too much, and advance the throttle a little bit. that wasn't executed well. Yeah. Power is too much. 19 inches is too much. Let me have 18.5 or something like that. She's descending in stabilized attitude. The next I will do transition into climbing, which is good for your takeoff circuit and land practice, necessary for your takeoff circuit and land practice. Okay. Wheels up, nose up, throttle to 30 inches, flaps half up, down to 5.6 inches, elevator trim, oh that was too much, pull up, pull up, pull up, RPM down to 3/4, 2600 RPM, and she is more or less stabilized, and I need to change my rudder trim, and that's it. She's more or less stabilized. That's good. .27 is actually my climbing stabilized climbing power. Manifold pressure, maybe it's too much. Well, let's do transition into stabilized straight and level flight. Minus 10%, RPM down to 43, throttle to 70, RPM down to 14.5, .2, 12.0, wait until she starts pitching her nose up, and 10.7, it's okay. Too far, too early. I keep doing that mistake, retard the throttle. She should be stabilized now. And I even got my trim, rudder and aileron trim fixed. Absolutely fine. But I keep doing that mistake of too early last 5% of elevator trim changing from it was actually not, I had incorrect elevator trim settings. Idiot. Incorrect elevator trim settings I had. Okay, transition back to stabilized climbing. Plus 5%. RPM up to 3/4. Plus 5% more. Rather back to normal for climbing. Plus 5% more. Plus 5% more. Was too early, and plus 5% more. And throttle forward. That was too slow, too slow. That was too slow. Okay, throttle forward 27.0 should be okay. Should be okay. And now transition back to straight and level, stabilize straight and level. Minus 10% elevator trim down, RPM down to 43%. Rather back to normal, minus 5% more. Minus 5% more, motherfucker. I did 10%. I did 10%, that's not good. That was too much. Minus 10% more. 5% more. And retard the throttle. I should retard the throttle faster than that, sooner than that. Okay. Turning left once again. Turning left. I will not exaggerate the importance of this first training session. I will not elongate it. That doesn't work. You should do a lot of practice attempts, training attempts in some period of time, but you will not be able to get everything at one day or at 1 week. That doesn't work that way, because those neuron ties inside your brains, they need to grow up more neuron cells, brain cells around themselves to get your new skills, your motion skills, your coordination skills, and that's quite a challenge for you, that you will not be able to complete that learning task in 1 week or at 1 day. So don't be too greedy, don't be too rushing. Take your time. Okay, my P-40 is more or less stabilized. Let's do transition into wheels down, flaps down, descending. Wheels down, throttle backwards and forwards a little bit. RPM up to maximum. That is unacceptable. I hate when you should lose sight of your nose behavior. I hate that some incompetent players switch off Technochat. I hate it. I hate it, really hate it. Flaps down, nose down, throttle forward. She should be stabilized. Now, yeah, she is stabilized. I should develop another technique. I will continue with another. I will do full up elevator trim switch. Okay, let's do transition into climbing. Wheels up, throttle 30 inches, nose up, half close flaps, elevator trim down to 5.6. Motherfucker, I hate it. Close flaps and nose down. She's more or less stabilized. What about my RPM? RPM is too much. I need 72% RPM, that's 2/4. Maybe I should change it, but who knows anyway. That's quite rudimental. How does it look? 72% RPM. Okay, let's do transition into stabilize straight and level. Minus 10% down to 5.9. 5.9. RPM down to 43%. Rudder trim to almost 7. One flick to that, to aileron trim to right wing. Doesn't work for me today. Doesn't work for me today. Minus 5% more. And minus 5% more. Retard the throttle. And let's do transition back to wheels down, flaps down, descending. Final approach, descending, wheels down, throttle backwards and forwards a little bit, RPM full forward, elevator trim full up, and a little bit down. Okay, that's okay, that's okay, that's okay, that's okay, that's okay. Wait until she loses her airspeed less than 130 miles per hour indicated, and then flaps down, nose down, flaps down, nose down, throttle forward. She will be okay. And once again transition into climbing, wheels up, throttle forward 30 inches, nose up, pull up, half close, flaps down to 5.6, your elevator flaps up, throttle backwards, nose up, pull 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 up, nose up, and RPM down to 72%, and rather to 5.6 or something like that, 5.4. That was okay. That was okay. Привет, Панцервольф. Я на сервере, тренировочном сервере Steel Skies тренирую мои стандартные приемы без использования техночата. I've been answering to comment in chat. Okay, let's do transition into stabilized straighten level, minus 10% elevator trim, RPM down to 43%, but I do not watch those percentage. Minus 5% more. Weight, minus 5% more. Wait a little bit longer, minus 5% more. Do rudder trim settings and wait. She starts pitching nose up, minus 5% more. Retarded throttle. I was too late on retarding the throttle, or was I? Yeah, probably. The trim wasn't okay. My airfield is there. I've changed my RPM lever position. I should have 2210 RPM. That's 43%. Yeah. 15 actually. 2215 RPM. And Lymington is there. Let's turn left. Let's turn left, advance the throttle, banking left. I should climb 100 feet and pull up. I will do approach straight, overhead brake pattern, and then landing. Only one landing I will do. That's enough for me for today. That was quite challenging, but already something started improving. I needed to be able to play on servers without technichat, because sometimes, well, actually my vehicle convoy AAA suppression technique is not developed in this game. Flag units are ugly and unrealistic, but I need to practice nevertheless. Who knows, maybe in 2-3 years it will be combat pilot, where I will fly and know more. Any practice will occur in this game, who knows. Finnish server doesn't allow me to strafe vehicle convoys. No vehicle convoys over there. But Finnish server is the best because Finnish gives you 5 hours mission time. Missions are 5 hours long. I'm quite low, I must say. When that landing strip threshold will touch the leading edge of my wing, that will be standard overhead brake pattern. Initial timing that happened in 41 seconds. Throttle forward, additional power. And I do probably 10 seconds or 11 seconds. Let's make it 10 seconds. 2/4 delay, because that delay is shortened when you had less fuel left in your fuselage tank. Let's make it 10 seconds. I need to climb more. Actually, I need to climb more. .330 is my new heading. Level up. I leveled up in 21 seconds. 22 seconds. And proceed with my left turning. Watch your landing strip. It seems like I'm okay, not too far, not too close, absolutely fine. When it's 240 heading, I will start my standard standard operational procedure, transition of into wheels down, flaps down, stabilized, descending. Wheels down, throttle backwards and forwards a little bit, bank left, RPM up to maximum, rather elevator trim up to maximum either. It's okay, pull up, do not let her lose altitude, let her lose airspeed. I'm too close. Wheels flaps down, nose down. I'm too close. Was too close. I had too much power. I'm correcting that right now. My vertical speed is more than I need, but now advance the throttle and make your glide slope a little bit shallower. Anyway, I will do that with overshoot landing. A little bit more power, and more power, do the landing. It's gonna be very bad touchdown, very bad touchdown, very bad touchdown. I will not do another attempt. Too much for me for today. Very bad touchdown, very bad landing. I was too close. That's the same tendency like on A20 with this new no technochat technique. I'm struggling the same issue. I do things longer than I do that with technochat. Power up to 1200 RPM. High-speed taxiing to clear the runway. Standard operational procedure. Try to avoid loop, ground loop, circling. Retard the throttle without, so she stops without using brakes. That's circling. That's quite rare mistake from me. That's what you get when you're luck practicing. Okay, next time maybe I should do practice. That was circle ground loop, and I didn't do the right thing to avoid that. That was my mistake. Okay, 985 RPM I would say, or 990 RPM should be okay for normal taxiing speed. That's it for me. For today, enough. Quite a good practice session, quite a rare mistake of ground loop or circling on that phase. I knew P-40 changes your behavior when you retard the throttle, because you lose aerodynamic force from prop wash, and your react forces on your tail are changing. So you should be aware of that. You should do something to prevent you from circling. This taxiing speed is too slow. I should change my power settings, change my lever position. Let's make it 1000 RPM exactly 1000, maybe it's gonna be too much. I think it's gonna be too much, but let's wait and see. It seems like it's too much, and she's gonna accelerate. Maybe not. I'm still quite heavy. I didn't waste my 50s ammunition and my fuel. I've lost only about 30 gallons of fuel, and I've got about how much? This game has got very ugly feature with track IR lowering, very ugly. Somebody didn't do his job well. 55 in that tank and 25 in this tank. That's 80 and 50 here, 130 gallons, so 1/4 of fuel, a little bit, something like 1/4 I've spent, so I'm quite heavy still. Adjusting my throttle lever position once again, but it should be 1000 RPM, exactly 1000, without any additional. That was circling attempt once again. I hate asphalt and concrete surfaces for that. You're not able to set up the right engine power, because you should be very precise. I hate it. This game gives you quite wrong taxiing physics. Not taxiing physics, but contact patch physics. It seems like your tires are concrete. It shouldn't be so different. Rolling drag on grass, on sand, on turf, and on asphalt or concrete plates. It shouldn't be so low on asphalt or concrete plates. Shouldn't be so low. And now I'm struggling to set up 1000 RPM exactly. I shouldn't need that actually. I shouldn't need that. That's only because of very low jack, rolling jack. It shouldn't be so low. Now it's set 1000, exactly 1000 RPM, and this is quite good. My taxiing speed is absolutely fine, not too fast, not too slow. I would say it's what 1003, 1004 RPM, maybe 5 even. I can say it, maybe even 5-6 RPM. Could I drive inside? No, probably not. Let's try. Yeah, actually I can drive inside. It's gonna rain, so let's stack our P-40 under this beautiful tent. Why I didn't practice that earlier? What was that? What was that? That was today, that was beautiful physics of this game. Look at this. Today those idiots, they issued a video, music video with the lyrics. Okay, I'm not mad on them, they are losers. I mean developers, top management of developers team in this game, they are losers. So anyway, that was quite a good practice. Some reason I'm not able to see if someone's watching this anymore. Something's wrong with YouTube. So anyway, thank you all who might watch this, and see you later, maybe tomorrow. Goodbye.